Hello, 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 hello. There we go. Can you guys hear me now? Social, social media, they said, go live on all channels. Use high quality microphones. And here we are. Every week, there's always something. You guys are along the journey with us. This isn't intentional. We never, plan on all the audio and video not working. It just somehow happens that way. All right, so can you hear me now? Can everybody hear me, Kat? So, all right, we're live. Welcome everybody to the Monday Live. So today we're talking about the entrepreneur method. I'm going to get an entrepreneur in here, Paulie, in a second. If he'll get on the phone, we're going to try and speak to some sellers and see if we can figure out what their situation is, what their current problem is, and how we might be able to provide some solutions. Now, I was meeting with a team of entrepreneurs on Friday, and we are talking about, I was talking about the entrepreneur method. When we're speaking to sellers, when we're calling them, and we're trying to figure out what's going on, we should not be differentiating, traditional versus investor, right? This was a point I was making, that we need to not, think about which hats we're wearing. We're wearing one hat, and it's the entrepreneur hat, the entrepreneur method hat. So, yeah, traditional listing is one solution for them. So is us buying it cash. So is seller financing. So is subject to. So is us partnering with them. The solutions to their problem are endless, depending on what their problem is, what's important to them, and how we might be able to help. So we should not be, trying to differentiate, A through C is traditional and D through F is investor, right? The entrepreneur method is A through Z. And it's important because when you do differentiate and you do say, oh, this is traditional, oh, this is investor, what you're doing is you're missing out on all of the in-between opportunities here, right? But when you're approaching it from the entrepreneur method and you're just ultimately seeing how you can help this person, how you can solve their problem, you don't miss any opportunities that come because the entrepreneur method covers A through Z. So it's important that you learn the entrepreneur method. It's important that you learn how to have these conversations. It's important that you learn how to identify these opportunities and learn how to provide these types of creative solutions, because no one else out there is doing this. Traditional realtors, they're wearing their traditional realtor hat. They're telling them, hey, we can sell your house for as much, for more than anybody else, and as little time as anybody else. Wholesalers and investors are going to them and they're saying, hey, we'll buy your property for 50% of what it's worth. Or, hey, let me tie your property up and I'm going to ship it out to my investors and see if any of them want to buy it. And so what these people are doing is they are wearing individual hats. They don't know the entrepreneur method. They're not practicing the entrepreneur method, and they're missing out on all the opportunities. But when you come into these situations and you're speaking to the sellers, you're going to be able to cover A through Z and really provide a solution that will help solve their problems. Do we have any questions or anything? Nope. Let's see if we can get Polly on the phone. See if you can hear this ringing. F is investor, right? The entrepreneur method is A through. Turn all that off.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, You're live.
I'm live right now?
Yeah, say hello.
Hello, people of the
Interwebs.
live Facebook, internet.
Do we have anything we're calling on today?
I do. I have somebody. Can I get 5 minutes, or should we have to do it now?
What do you need 5 minutes for? The people want to know.
If you want to know, Mr. Jesse here. I was finishing up an appointment with him.
Yeah, go ahead. Call us back.
I'll call you back.
All right.
Rebecca has a question about wholesaling.
Yeah. What's the question? Hi, Rebecca. What is it?
How does it work and how do you get disclosed to everyone?
Yeah. So the way that it works, for those who don't know, is wholesaling is where you'll do one of two things. You'll either assign somebody your equitable interest in a contract for a fee, or you may just double close on it and buy it and then immediately sell it to somebody else. And the way that it works with disclosure, you're always going to disclose that you are a licensed real estate professional, licensed real estate agent. Depends on what state you're in. I know Texas laws, but we always disclose, it doesn't matter if we're wholesaling or not. We always have to disclose that we're a licensed real estate agent. We always do. There's a special part in the contract to do so. And then also, too, in order to assign the contract, you can go down the rabbit holes of this title company says this attorney says that. Most attorneys do say that Texas contracts are assignable unless otherwise stated that they're not assignable. So that's their default, is that they can be assigned. However, you can write in the contracts that you may assign it. TXR commercial contracts have a section in the contract where it specifies if you can or cannot assign the contract. And so you just make sure you do all your proper paperwork and disclose everything and do everything the right way, and you'll be good. But assigning is where wholesaling is where I get somebody to agree to sell me this water bottle for $1. I go under contract with them to agree to buy this property for $1 at a future date. And then I go sell the right to buy this water bottle to somebody else for 50 cents. And then they buy the water bottle for $1.50. I keep 50 cents. They get a water bottle. The seller gets $1. Make sense?
How do you make more, how do you explain it to the seller that's in dire need to sell?
What do you mean?
Is that always the best option?
Is this Miss Wooten? So when the seller of the water bottle comes and says that they will sell me this water bottle for $1, then that's our agreement, right? And then depends on if you're who's doing it. There's a lot of unethical people out there. We tell sellers, hey, we'll buy this for $1. Maybe one of our investors will buy it, but we'll get you this $1 for your water bottle. And then, we may buy it. We may assign it to somebody else. We may bring one of our investors in. But typically, just like anything else, they're happy with the $1 that they could have gotten. We present all options, and that's the enTREpreneur method. And that's the difference between, a wholesaler, a listing agent, or anybody out there. Listing agents going to this person and they're telling them that they need to list their property on the market. The wholesaler is going to this person telling them that they'll give them a cash offer for X. The enTREpreneur is going to this seller and they're saying, hey, we can list your property, we can buy it cash if you're open to seller financing. If you have some existing debt on the property, maybe we can take over your debt payments. We're presenting all options. All right, can you guys hear me now? Well, we can have it plugged in. So many problems today. We are in a new location, so hopefully it gets much better after today. Remember I told you, I don't know if you remember, but on January 1st this year, or shortly after January 1st, I said, my New Year's resolution is to have these lives not experience any more audio, video issues. And we're getting there. We're making progress. Instagram never has an issue because it's not connected to either. What? All right. Do we have any other questions? How do I turn this thing around? All right. What's going on, guys? So Rebecca, yeah, telling me he needs to write a book. We got a book. Have you bought it? It's right here. It's free. All you got to do is pay for shipping and handling, and I'll send it to you. What else we got here? Rebecca, is it always the best option? Talking about wholesaling, I assume. That's not for me to decide. It's not for you to decide. It's for the seller to decide. And that is the difference, right? I think that wholesaling gets a bad rap and reputation from people because people have been screwed over, and there's a lot of bad people out there without good intentions, but that's the same for anything. There's a lot of bad real estate agents out there who screw people over too. So as long as you're doing things the right way, you're really providing solutions to people who need them, and you are trying to add value, and you're allowing the seller to choose the best option for them, then that's the beautiful thing about it. It's not for me to decide. It's not for you to decide what the best option is for them. It's for them to decide. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, Rebecca and everybody watching, we actually do have a book. It's the enTREpreneur Real Estate Workbook. It's free. Just pay for shipping and we'll send it to you. All right. Kat, where can people learn more about the enTREpreneur method? Let's go back to this right here. All right, so what is the entrepreneur method for those who are watching right now? The entrepreneur method is the method of which an entrepreneur goes about finding a solution for sellers. So it all starts with marketing, right? Whether you are marketing for whether you're marketing, doing cold calling like we're about to do with Paulie and what his team does, whether you are sending out SMS campaigns, whether you are sending out postcards, there's a lot of different ways to get deals. You can do all that stuff. Another great way to get deals is through wholesalers, right? Wholesalers are out there looking for deals. They're out there, they're doing all those things, and it's their job to bring you a deal. Agents and brokers, this should be their job, is knowing the marketplace, knowing what deals are out there, speaking to people, knowing of opportunities as they come up. So they are a great source for deals as well. And relationships. You should be building relationships with as many people as you can who are out in the marketplace, who are staying busy, and who are finding deals. We got a spreadsheet full of deals right now that none of them were found via cold calling, texting, mailers, all that stuff. They were all deals that were brought to us, right? And we're currently working those deals, negotiating those deals, and trying to make them work. But you want to have your deal pipeline full. So then you're looking for motivation, right? We don't necessarily want to buy properties from people who don't have to sell. They don't necessarily want to sell. They'll sell for the right price. What do you got?
Elena asked you to be a wholesaler and an active agent at the same time.
Yeah, Elena, you know this. You are
Got Elena a
different, Elena. You absolutely can. Being a wholesaler is not a job title. It's not a designation. It may be in some places, but here in Texas, it's not. Wholesaling is just the act of assigning a contract or double closing on a deal. So you absolutely can be here in Texas, at least. It may be different in other places. Motivated sellers. So you're looking for motivation, right? You don't just want to buy anything. I was talking to somebody yesterday who was saying it's really hard to find opportunities in Austin. And we're talking about a deal that I didn't really consider an opportunity. And it's not hard to find bad opportunities in Austin. All you got to do is go to the MLS. There's a bunch of properties that are listed for sale. Go talk to any commercial broker who's got any sort of listing. They've all got a price on it. And all of these things are available for purchase, but that doesn't mean that it's a good purchase or deal for you to buy. All right, we got Paulie back in the house. Paulie C.
All right, let me know. Hey, buddy.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I was born ready, baby.
Good. All right, so tell us what we got going on today.
I have a nice lady out of Queens, New York, who has this property here in Austin. It's a family house, and for one reason or another, she had a family member using the property occasionally as like a second home. Mm-hmm. Nobody's been there for a while. She's an elderly lady, so I'm not sure how much she really. Well, she's in family here. So bottom line is the property's been vacant for at least a year. We went and saw the property, and it was in pretty bad shape, like very bad shape. Lots of stuff laying all around, water coming through the roof. Like it's a dilapidated property. So she really needs to sell. She wants to sell. She said, I want to sell the property. There's some apprehension in regards to price. And so I think we've been following up with her for a while now. It's being able to have a constructive enough conversation to get her to the point where she's going to pull the trigger. And ARV was, let's call it 5. think it could be 525 to 550, but let's go conservative and say it's 5.
Text me the address again. Text it to me.
Let's look at her. What's her name?
It's Marguerite.
Yeah, Marguerite. I got her. Yeah, so I think this is a good one. It's just seeing if we can get her to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
She was real apprehensive about not coming here because of COVID, and I don't think she's ever going to come here because of age and maybe apprehension around COVID. Kind of like what's his name in Florida?
Yep.
You know, when we did that call the other day.
Lau.
Yeah, Lau.
Yep.
Okay, I text you the address.
All right. She ready?
Yeah, she texted us yesterday, so I'm hoping she's gonna pick up. So we'll do it.
All right, you leading it?
Yeah. Well, you want me to lead it and you hang out and just listen, or you want to like
No.
tag team it?
No. Yeah, of course. We'll tag team it. I just want to. You know what you're doing?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. But, let me ring her in. Hold on a second.
Someone asked if it's better to wholesale around your community or virtually.
No better way. Whatever works. Whatever pays the wholesale fees. Kat asked, is it better to wholesale in your community or virtually? And the answer is there's no right or wrong way or better way. Whatever works. I'd say if you can do it virtually and do it all over the.
She didn't pick up. Let me try her other phone.
Okay. I'd say if you can do it all over
She texted me back.
the world, then you should.
She's sorry she missed the call. She wanted to connect. And so, 1 second.
Right now, I'm looking up some comps, doing a little research on the market area, see what things are looking like over here.
Okay, I got you there. Can you hear me, Marguerite?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Alex, can you hear me?
Yep. Hi, Marguerite. How are you?
Hi.
I don't know if you remember, but we spoke almost a year ago with Polly. We were talking about your property, and I think we were trying to schedule a time to go view it. You remember?
Vaguely, yes. It's been a while.
Yes, ma'am.
A little bit. Well, I appreciate you reaching back and trying to make the connection here because I know there's a lot going on. How you feeling? How are things? How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good. Things are settled down in New York a little bit, or?
Well, it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
Yes,
well, not as hot as Texas.
I know.
Oh, you be glad you're not here. It's 100.
I guess you're right. I know.
7 with 80% humidity. It's pretty brutal out here. So I'm glad you're not as hot in New York.
Well, almost so.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I know it can get pretty bad there.
Yes.
So I was wondering, had you made plans yet to come out, or was that still on hold? Or
It's still on hold. I do, but I've got a cousin who has offered to walk through the house and see what he can find, and also I found one other person who's willing to do that. So
that's good. No, I'm glad because you were a little concerned about like personal belongings that you might you might want to keep or that were valuable to you or something.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, good. Well, that's important. And I offered to do that, but I had no idea, on like what you might consider. And it was a little, there was a lot going on there. I sent you those pictures as far as the condition of the property.
Oh, I know.
How did it get like that?
Do you do your analysis?
I'd like to know that. That's a very good question. I wish I had the answer. My husband
Can I
couldn't
see?
have done that. He couldn't.
What was your, you had the cousin you said that was going to work the property? Is that the person that was using it, like, part-time?
Do not
No,
slide
that
on
was
call.
a different one.
A little bit of both. So I want to know the market area. I want to know what the property will sell for, but most importantly, we need to hear what the seller, what's important to them. So I want to know market information, but analysis of how to structure a deal, do it live, and hopefully we work through it together.
Well, I think somebody did in the last few days, and I have to talk to them again and find out what happened. They were going to
51210 Realtor. Yes, we sure do teach people how to wholesale.
Okay. Got it.
I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
I mean, it could be. Could be. So, had you given it a little bit more thought as far as the timing being right to sell now, or what was happening?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. I'm open to anything. Whatever.
Okay.
Because I need to do something.
Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm concerned about.
Can you guys hear this? Okay.
Well, I don't know the right word to use here. Like the condition of the house. I mean, that number one, because the back door was open when we went. I don't know if you remember us telling you that.
Yes, I know, and I don't know how that happened. And for a while it had a lockbox.
I remember you telling me that, and then there was nothing there when we got there. But
I know that.
I would just be. It would terrify me. That somebody. A squatter or somebody get in there. I've seen stuff like crazy stuff like that happen.
I know. That worries me.
Yeah, I am worried about it.
I guess honestly. I need to get another lockbox.
Yeah, and that's something we can take care of too, as far as securing the property if we were able to work something out. But I guess that was the reason too that Alex and I were calling again, is to see what we might be able to work out.
Well, that's fine with me.
Yeah, Alex, had you gotten a chance to look at the property a little bit more as far as what your thoughts on it, or like next steps in the conversation to figure out?
Yeah, Marguerite, I guess ultimately the biggest question is like, what's the best way that we can help you? We do a lot. I'm sure Paulie's told you, but we have a real estate brokerage here in Austin, so we could list the property for you. We're real estate investors. We could buy it, or maybe. Go ahead.
Have you have been inside?
Yeah, Paulie's team has.
Okay.
So we know the condition and it needs a lot of work. But I mean, we can help you.
Well, it needs to be cleaned out. I think the walls are okay as far as I know.
Yeah, the walls are okay. The whether it was to rent or to sell, definitely I'd say the wet areas would need to be remodeled. The kitchen and the bathrooms are ready for a good upgrade and update for sure.
Well, now, as far as I know, the kitchen cabinets are wooden, and there's nothing wrong with them. I don't see why they need to be torn out.
Yeah, I think they're original. Is that right?
They probably are, but they're still wooden, and there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
Why would they need to be torn out?
Yeah, for a renter, maybe not. You might be able to paint them, but based off of the condition,
I don't think I would paint them. They're wooden.
Yeah, well, and if you look at the pictures there's quite a bit of wear and tear on the property as far as some of the wood fading and in regards to freshening the property up. But if you were going to sell it, for sure, you'd want to replace it. As far as what people are buying for properties that are updated.
But I don't see why I need to tear out the cabinets.
Oh, you don't? No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. I mean, you could you could do whatever you want, really. I think us coming in today was to say, okay, well, how can we help you as far as considering to either buy the property from you, or
Have you ever made an offer?
We did talk about an offer however many months ago, as far as the a price point that you really weren't comfortable with at the time. But I mean, what were you thinking as far as what you wanted for the house?
Well, I'll do the best I can. That's all I can say.
Okay. All right. So you're saying just put something on the table for an offer? Is that what you?
Well, that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. and you own the property free and clear, right?
That's right.
Okay. You're just paying for the taxes, and there's no property manager, right? I mean, you're not paying anybody to look after the property in any way.
Well, I don't really know the state of that right now. I did have somebody, and I've got to check into whether they're still around or not, because I thought I had somebody, but then I wasn't sure anymore. So.
Hey, Marguerite, what would be the best way to sell this for you? Would it be for us to make you a cash offer? Would you be open to maybe seller financing it to us, where we give you a down payment and make monthly payments to you moving forward? Is there anything that's...
No, I don't think so. I'm just not that young. If I were 10 years younger, I would, but
yeah,
I don't want to stretch it out at my age, really.
Right. Okay, and so you'd rather just have a cash offer, sell it fast, and move on?
Rather, yes. I think it's better.
Okay. All right, well, we can do that. I know that y'all were listed last year at like 415. Is that what you were wanting to get?
Well, I'd like to, yes.
Okay. Do you know why it didn't sell back then?
That's a long time ago, and I don't really remember why.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I know it was listed for a time, and then it wasn't.
Right. Okay. Well, we can definitely get you a cash offer. Do you own any others here in Austin, or just this one?
I own a duplex in a city near Austin as an investment.
Which what city?
I'd have to look it up. It's a small town. I have to look it up.
Would you be open to selling both of them as a package?
No, I don't want to sell that. No, I don't. Not selling that one.
Okay, that one does good?
Oh, yes, it does.
Well, good. Okay. Are you open to buying any more?
Not right now. I mean, I'm in New York City. I just can't manage that.
Right. Okay. Well, what we can do is, does Polly have, what's the best way to send you the offer? Do you have an email address you can send it to, or?
Yes, I thought you had my email. You don't have it?
Let me double check it. I have M as in Marguerite, and then your...
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Well, how about we do this, Marguerite? Why don't we do a little research? We'll draft something up. We'll send it over to you, and then can we get on a call and walk through it together?
That would be just fine.
Okay. Sound good to you, Polly?
Sounds great.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. You have any questions for us?
No, not right now, but I'll look for hearing from you, and talk to you soon again.
All right, sounds good, Marguerite. Thank you.
Thanks, Marguerite.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Matt asked who's managing the duplex and to get an in-person meeting.
Let's fly to Queens, Matt. She doesn't seem to know much information about a lot of things at the moment. Hey, Paulie.
Yo.
You know anything about her duplex?
I did not. And I have not been asking that question often enough.
All good.
I noticed you asking that question early in the conversations.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah. Well, also I've seen you do this too several times. Is ask for consideration in regards to selling multiple or everything all at once.
Yeah. Huh?
I think she's calling me back here. She is calling me back. 1 second. Hey, Marguerite? You there, Alex?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Marguerite?
Yes, hello?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the reason I called back, I noticed that we're talking on my alternate phone. Do you have the number of my main phone? My main
The two.
Always carry that with me. If I don't always carry both phones. I wanted to make sure you had the other number.
Oh, perfect. I do have that. Thank you for checking.
Hey, Lana.
Okay,
No, we
thank you
don't
very much.
just do price per square foot.
Bye-bye.
It just depends on what's needed, how bad things are. You know, we'll just kind of price it out per line item. Hey,
Yeah.
Did you have another one set up today?
Yeah, I do. Diego, you get that lady's number? Hold on. He's finishing up a call right now. I got another one that looks good too. Comments or?
Yeah, let's draft up Marguerite an offer, and let's get on a phone call with her and talk through it.
So I'm not sure what to offer.
What do you think we should offer? You had the number last week.
I said yeah. Well, 3,500. Conservative 100.
Say it again.
500 conservatively is the ARV.
Okay. I think 250 is probably pretty good. If you can get, I think we discussed like 220-ish would be really good.
Yeah.
Most importantly is just kind of talking through it with her. I think, I think you're just going to have to walk through this process with her, kind of see where she's at, see if that works for her, and ultimately just try and get a little bit more information about exactly what she wants or is looking to do here.
Yeah. You saw the neighborhood as far as where it is, right?
Uh-huh. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. 1 second.
Okay.
Nope. I was looking to see Diego's.
Did you tell Rich we talked to Leander guy?
No. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. He's not in today. Tomorrow he'll be in.
Got it.
So I'll draw it up 220.
Yeah, and just talk. Let's talk through it with her, and just kind of explain why you need to be there, what she needs. Let's see if that works for her. If it doesn't, then let's see where she needs to be and what we can do to make it work. If she needs or wants for something for it, then maybe seller financing is the route, or maybe she wants to list it again, but in order to do that, maybe she needs to hire somebody to come in and fix it up, which, you could help her do, help her connect with somebody, and then maybe listing it is the best route for her. We just don't really know yet, but we'll have to walk her through and explain why, the cash offer is what it is so that she understands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
How many calls? It's 12:46. Did y'all make 200 calls this morning?
We did. Yeah, more.
Give you're still live here. Give the people a breakdown of what y'all do every day and why y'all do it.
hold on, let me pull up the numbers here because I can tell you exactly. So every morning we show up 8 a.m. 8 a.m. role play, 8 to 3:30. We do some group affirmations. So we're chanting like a cult. I'm a great salesperson. That's not what we chant, but we got a whole list of affirmations that help with mindset, because I'm a big proponent on I said this in the interview that you and I did, is that when your physiology matches your psychology, you can be very powerful with your ability to communicate. And so the affirmations, we're standing up, we're doing hand gestures, and they're really, it's the correct terminology is incantations, because we're not just saying them, like we're using our body to communicate them, and you can feel it. It's like doing jumping jacks, like when you have physical exertion, like you feel the oxygen and the blood flow, and you physiologically feel different. Mm-hmm. And when you're pairing that with the psychology of those words and what they mean, then it's very, very powerful. And so I'm a big proponent on using affirmations to align yourself with who you want to be, who you believe yourself to be, and where you're going, to be able to manifest those conversations at a high level. So today we had today we had 1,000 calls so far this morning.
Between how many people?
Let's see here. One. 5 people.
Okay, 200 calls per person.
Yeah. And we have 123 contacts.
All right, that's great. Contacts meaning you actually spoke to somebody.
Yeah, hi, hello. So contact is a decision-making adult who understands our intention. So it's not a kid. It's not, and if it's a wrong number, we do count wrong numbers, because we have a wrong number script that goes into, oh man, I'm so sorry about that. Maybe you own the property at one time, or you used to lease the property, and that creates a little bit of engagement. And then we go, while I have you on the phone anyways, what were your plans to consider buying or selling real estate this year? And, every now and a blue moon, you get a lead out of that.
That's right.
There's a little bit of intention in regards to setting up the hook question before just going in for the hook, to make them feel a little bit more comfortable and see if there's an opportunity there. And so we get wrong number contacts too, because the goal is it's a contact sport, right? So the goal is to create as many opportunities to say hi, hello, I'm in real estate as possible, with the specificity, the intention of we're looking for business. That is that they are aware of that. So the contact has to be aware of what we're doing.
What's your affirmation today?
My affirmations?
Yeah, what was your affirmation today?
My affirmations are very specific.
You've got one really important one that you added to the list Friday. What is it?
I am a buyer.
I am the buyer.
I'm the buyer. I'm the buyer.
Pauly Campanero, the buyer.
I'm the buyer. And I'll tell you, it's happening right now with the guys on them. We had a conversation on the team meeting we have Mondays at 11 o'clock. And 2 of the guys had stuff to say about their shift in mindset from where they were to where they were today, where they were Friday to where they were today on I'm the buyer.
Good.
We're the buyers. And what that meant in regards to alleviating some pressure was Jesse's words, in regards to not having to just be searching for somebody who wants to list their home. Mm-hmm. and then using that with what Dustin said as an opportunity to expand the possibilities of options, and creating, sharing the possibility of creative solutions to help people win.
Right. Well, good.
So
we're no longer separating traditional versus investor. We are the entrepreneur method. Yeah.
That's it. That's where we are. So let's now we just gotta keep running the play because after that I think it's just a matter of refining
This right here. This is the play.
Refining the efficiency of the conversation and the effectiveness of the quality of the questions with the repetition with the process of repetition, and then results are inevitable.
That's it.
Because we're not looking for just any results. We're looking for specific results. We're looking for a quality of result, and then ultimately a quantity of result.
That's it.
Am I being too analytic?
Nope, not at all.
You got it?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you. I wanted the people here to hear what 1,000 contacts sounds like.
1,000 contacts sounds like.
Sorry.
I am the buyer.
Not contacts.
What?
1,000 calls this morning.
Yeah, 1,000 calls for noon. 1,000 calls.
Now, what are you doing? Like 50 calls an hour?
Well, 8:30
per person.
It's called no. Well, actually, it was before 11. So that was 8 to 11. That was 8:30 to 11.
Yeah.
So 2.5 hours. So 1,000 divided by 2.5 is 400 calls an hour.
400 calls an hour.
Yeah.
For the whole group, right? For five people.
Yeah. So usually we run around. That's actually low. We had a low output. I was helping them out, and then another guy started a little bit later, and so typically we'll do closer to 1,500 calls by 11.
All right.
When we're firing on all pistons.
We got another call we can do right now.
Let's see. Yo, you got him? Tomorrow? 5:30. Is the daughter? Okay.
It doesn't say the battery. I don't know. It's blinking.
Okay. So you can't, but they said tomorrow for sure. Alex, tomorrow at what? 5 o'clock? 5:30? 5:30?
That's good.
Okay.
All right.
Tomorrow, 5:30.
We're gonna hop off. Let's draft up that contract for Marguerite. We'll do that here this afternoon. Can you leave the people here who are watching? You got 2,000 people watching you right now, or listening 2,000? To you. Yeah, 2,000 of them are watching you right now on all platforms. Tell them what your so you're talking about team members' recent mindset switch. Tell them about your recent mindset switch with the entrepreneur method.
My recent mindset switch was I'm working with buyers versus I am the buyer.
And what does that mean, though? How does that free you?
I think ultimately, so you got to buy that though, right? I have to believe that, and I think when you initially told me that, I didn't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I believed it half-heartedly in regards to, well, I actually may not be the buyer, which could be true. I may not be the buyer, but if I think ultimately it was that a validation that if I'm working with you guys, if that in some way I may be the buyer.
You are the buyer.
In partnership or collaboration, there's a possibility that I may be the buyer.
You are the buyer.
I am the buyer, but that doesn't rule out the fact that maybe there's an off market. Maybe there's another way where I may not be the buyer, but I may bring a buyer.
Yeah.
We know. Yes, but for sure that solidifying that. Okay, look, I am the buyer, and then what relief and pressure that meant was then is that all right, let's get out of figuring out a way to bring you a buyer or to talk about listing, figuring out whether you might be a listing, and then and into the lane of like, help me understand who you are and what's going on with your situation, and what can we do for you? What can we do? What do you want? What are your challenges? What's important to you? And then in learning that and asking all of the other questions on who, what, when, where, how, why within that, then I can have more clarity with their situation, with their motivation. And then when I've focused on, and I think this is where we're really trying to fine tune this efficiency of that part of the conversation, because that's what we were talking about on Friday. We were talking about the guys going deeper on motivation, and really, because we started with this as a group before we came to you, right, was get to know the people. But to get to know the people was get to know the people, we can find you a buyer. Get to know the people, we can talk about figuring out how to list your property, versus getting to know the people first and foremost on solely and specifically situation and motivation, regardless of what direction it may go, because we bring solutions, because we bring options, and we'll be able to have a conversation that can ultimately, when we have the conversation, we can figure out what the options are, and then you can decide what's best for you.
That's right. And I think we're about to figure that out with Marguerite. I think once we draft up a cash offer, you tell her, hey, my name's Polly, I am the buyer, and we explain why you would need to be there in order to buy it. If she says yes, great. If she says no, then good. We can start diving into all the other options and really trying to figure out what's important to her, because right now she hasn't really given you a whole lot in terms of what she really wants, what's the ideal situation for her, is she actually really ready to move. It's just kind of hearsay right now, but once you present this option, I bet you it opens up the dialogue to really figuring out what she wants and how we can help.
Well, and she's there. I think she just there's a little bit of apprehension because I think what it is her feeling like she's making a good decision. I know it is, because she said that, and this makes sense then now, because she has that other property that's generating income, but this one's not, right? This one's actually costing her money, and it's not a ton of money, but it's costing her, I forgot what it was, $600 or $700 a month,
yeah,
minimum, and now she could actually she could liquidate and create some capital with that. And, she's not getting any younger. I think she said she's in her mid to late 80s. So she gets a good chunk of cash. That could make sure she doesn't really have to worry about anything for the last part of her life. And not have to worry about a property that's just sitting there dilapidated and really doing nothing but costing her money.
Right.
And maybe she just needs that reassurance at the end in regards to, okay, look, this is the real situation. This is reality. Here's why this situation may make sense. And this is a real offer available right now, because thus far she hasn't had any real offers, and she hasn't been able to do anything.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out once we get on a call with her and present one solution. We'll see if she likes it or not, and then if she doesn't, we'll ask a lot of questions to figure out what we can do to provide a solution that works.
Okay. You guys are drawing up the contract?
No, you are, Polly.
Okay, I thought you said.
You're the buyer. I'll help you though. I got to get off this live, and then I'll help you draft it up.
Just tell me what you want for earnest and title and option and all that other stuff, and then I'll have my assistant draw it up.
All right, I'll call you back here in a few.
Okay.
All right, bye. Polly C. Polly's going to do a lot of damage. He's a true entrepreneur. It's taken him a minute to kind of fully comprehend and understand this concept here of the entrepreneur method, as I think it might for most people. But once you get it, once it clicks, once it makes sense, you really start to understand the benefit here and how this truly helps out sellers and how it really allows them to choose the best situation for them. Thank you guys for joining today. We will see you next week. If you don't have a copy yet, make sure you grab one. DM us. We'll get you the copy here. This is free. This teaches the entrepreneur method. This teaches all exit strategies. This teaches you how to take your real estate game to the next level or get started if you haven't started already. It's free. You get 5 free bonuses with it, courses, live trainings. All I ask is that you pay for the shipping, and we'll send it right to you. The Entrepreneur Real Estate Workbook. If you want to dive in deeper, if you want to buy some deals with us, if you want to get more hands-on training and support, DM us and inquire about the entrepreneur community. We got a lot of great entrepreneurs in there getting after it, working together, and some are actually about to close on a few big deals. So we want to do more with you guys. We want to buy more real estate with y'all. Let's all work together and get after it. Until then, we'll see you next week.